Yo, what up? So, my boy Julio get the stretch. He was like, hey man, yeah, I ain't seen no videos from you. Ain't seen no videos. And I was just like, well, the video I made where you have a whole year to buy Bitcoin, like, it's pretty much where we're at. But I thought about what he said, and he was right. I didn't make a video in a while. I should make a video. So today I'm making this video, and it's just kind of a general thing. What I said in January still stands, where this is a year of accumulation. Buy, hold, buy and hold. That's it. We're anticipating the halving coming up. So the halving of Bitcoin is when the supply of Bitcoin that gets released every day by the Bitcoin network gets cut in half. This happens every 4 years, and it triggers a bull run every 4 years, like it has in the past 3 halvings. Now's the time to buy, man. If you have cheap coin, all right, so I know there was a thing with Pepe. I know, and I feel you, and I wish I got into. I didn't, but I'm focused on just trying to get my hands on the real coins. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you can play with some others. You can play with some XRP. You know what I'm saying? There's some other stuff out there. Me personally, VV. I think not VV. Omi, Ecomi. I think that's the one. I think it's gonna do major numbers. It is like meme coin price with utility coin attributes. It's hard to leave that alone, man. Marvel, Disney, DC, and the maker of Pokemon's the one who made it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll go with that. But if you're not if you're squeamish on the meme coin stuff, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, some other coins, like top 5, top 7, 10. Like if you're like right now in the accumulation phase, like top 5 coins is really where you want to be at. Top 5 coins. You can dabble with some of the the Pepes and the meme coins and stuff like that. You can dabble. A little taste. That tasted good. I like that. A little morsel. You know what I mean? Take a little hors d'oeuvre. But your main course. You feel me? Like your dessert. Your appetizers. I wouldn't meme coin that. I wouldn't. That's just me. If you have a higher risk tolerance at this point, do what you want to do. Now, bull run year, there's going to be some late bloomers. There are going to be some opportunities for late stage investing in the bull run. And I think late is when the bull run kicks off, right? I think a lot of people are waiting for the halving, and then that's when they're going to buy. And it's like, no. This time, this early quarters of 2023, the year before the halving, is when you really want to buy. Bitcoin hit the bottom, and then it started going up, and that's the time you want to really accumulate. A lot of people are thinking like me, and the closer we get to the halving, the more they're buying in because they know that halving is going to hit. And then at some point, the halving is priced in a little bit, but there comes this realization or the shock of the market where half as many Bitcoin is available to buyers than was previously available before. And so that causes miners to increase how much they are spending on electricity, and then they are limiting now what price they want to sell Bitcoin for, and that just causes a whole cascade of reactions that pushes the prices up. A couple things to consider in some other markets. I'm just going to get into other general market news. As far as the crypto market is concerned, we're talking about more adoption throughout the world, especially developing countries. They're looking at adopting legislation that's pushing Bitcoin to be a world currency. You're seeing China and the Middle East abandoning the US dollar, some parts of South America, also Africa, getting rid of the US dollar, saying, hey, you know what? We just don't want to trade in the US dollar anymore. And the wise ones are making a parallel avenue for their citizens to adopt crypto and Bitcoin. because they understand that all of the problems that you had with the US dollar, you do not have with Bitcoin. You just don't, right? And that is posing a major threat to the US economy, the stability of the US financial system, because less and less people around the world want the dollar. It's no longer as sought after of a commodity as it used to be. Or a security, I should say. It's more of a security than a commodity, my friend. Anyway, so you have that going on in the housing market. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day, and I have never, ever in my life, and I've only been alive 36 years now, but I've never in my life met a realtor who said that buying a house right now is a bad idea. I've never seen that. I've never, ever seen that. I've never met a realtor who said, you should wait to buy a house because it'll be better for you. The prices are going to get cheaper in a little bit. Never. Realtors, no matter what the housing market is in. Oh yeah, it's a great time to buy right now. If you don't buy right now, you're just never going to get a house because the prices are just going to go up forever. They're just going to go up. It's never coming down, And I think that we're coming to a point in time where that person is wrong. It's going to be wrong, The housing market is being sustained by a few things. One is that there is an excess of savings. There's a lot of Americans who have saved money during the pandemic, and they have an excess savings. And according to the banks, the bankers, they have estimated that there is only about 25% of those excess savings left. Credit card companies are reporting an increase in credit card usage across the board. They're going to chew through that data to figure out if people are using their credit cards to support their lifestyles, which is what they suspect is going on. You have people who are buying houses at the highest prices that houses have ever been bought. These same kind of people scoff at buying Bitcoin at 27,000, or 80,000, but yet it's like they bought Bitcoin, but in a house version at 80,000. And now we're at the peak, and so the prices are going to come down. It's the peak now, it's the peak. Their equity is going to come down. Home prices are still high. There's still a lot of demand today, but that's because you also have this factor of there's low supply because people are holding on to their homes. They're not selling their homes because they're using their excess savings to keep up with their super high mortgage payments, and they're also using their credit cards to keep up with their super high mortgage payments. Maybe that's you. Maybe you should think about holding on to your credit cards and saving that excess money and letting the house go. Like, sell it, get rid of it, even if you take a loss. That might be better than burning out all of your reserves to keep your house. It might be better. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm not you, so it's up to you to make it. I'm just some random guy on the internet. Not financial advice at all. But that's what's sustaining the housing market. You also have used to be FOMO, and now it's just impatience. Now millennials like myself, we're just like, man, I just want to own a home. Let's just buy a home right now. I don't care if the prices are high. I just don't want to wait anymore. I just want to get a house right now, today, and that's it. I'm done. So there's a lot of that going out there. And mortgage brokers and agents, and you have developers, housing developers, that are throwing everything they can at buyers right now. I mean, crazy incentives, price markdowns, low down payments, great financing in-house, no credit, bad credit, we don't care. Just buy our house, bro. Just buy our house. Because they had to halt all their home building, which they were doing at an ungodly pace, but they had to halt it all because there is not enough. The prices of homes are not enough to secure the investments that they've made in the mass amount of homes that they've been building. And so they're like, we already have homes that we can't even sell. Let's just stop building right now. Let's just, just chill for right now. Just chill. Let's lay off on all the workers that we needed to hire in order to build those homes. And let's just be cool right now. Let's just be cool. And so right now, supply is low. I don't think it's going to remain that way. I think we're coming up into a recession. I think a recession is really already here, but it's not realized yet. Just like, when the halving hits, the halving happens in February, it doesn't get realized until later. And this is called a lagging indicator, you know what I mean? Where the price is always a lagging indicator of fundamental attributes of a market. And if you're looking at the fundamentals, you will see that, this real estate market is, the stock market is taking up, and it's also doing the same thing. And I think the economy in general, especially when all this excess money is not there anymore, especially when people are really feeling the crunch of that mortgage payment, especially when, companies were hiring with all these government incentives and injections into the economy, into its specific businesses themselves, you're going to see a lot of people making different kinds of decisions. They're going to make different kinds of decisions. And so hopefully that doesn't tank the crypto market, but I think we've had a nice little fresh exhale, and now this market is rejuvenated. We may have a run up, maybe June, July, August, may have a little boop, 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 right? Because we've been kind of flat past couple months. And then after that run up, you might see another, and people kind of releasing that pressure from all the buying and introduces some of that sell pressure. And then, you start to see more accumulation to kind of push prices back up. That's probably what we're going to see. But yeah, man, I would be very careful about a lot of things. I would be very careful about making big investments, big purchases. I'd be very careful about buying a new car right now. If you really don't have to buy a new car, maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should wait. The prices are going to get better. They're going to get better before they get worse again. You know what I mean? And so wait for those prices to get better, man. Wait for deals to start popping up, because everybody's desperate to just sell. They just want to sell some more. I just want to sell more homes. I just want to sell more cars, I just want to sell more whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want to sell more. Just trying to sell more, right? And in that urgency, that desperation to sell more, they incentivize and they create more incentives for you to be more enticed to take a car or a home with you. And, it's my 2 cents, man. I think if you bought a home in 2020, maybe 21, definitely 21, 22, and maybe 23, probably 23 also, Right now, we're like, I was talking to a crazy-headed realtor the other day, and he said that prices are never going to come down. They never do. I've been doing this 26 years, and the prices just never come down. And I was like, are we looking at the same charts, my friend? Are we looking at the same stuff here, As I could point out some places where, we took some dips, my friend, things didn't get good, and that's the last 26 years. Anyway, I'm not getting into all that. Well, what I am saying is he was saying that things are around the pandemic levels, right before the pandemic. This is how it was, and And, the market was due for a correction then. It was due for a downturn at that point in time. And if it wasn't for all this hoopla and the injections and the interest rates coming down, the COVID years, people think that you can count those years as you can rely on the data from those years as some kind of, as creating some kind of pattern, some kind of indicator for the future. It's not. Those were anomalies, That's like saying, the housing market in France, during World War II is an indicator of how the housing market in France will be in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. It's like those are special times there. You know what I mean? Those weren't the same kind of years as before. And that's how you got to kind of look at this stuff, man. So be careful about what you decide to do going forward. Be careful about the moves you decide to make. Literally, these things can make or break you. All right? They can make or break you. You want to have some easily accessible investments. You want to try to accumulate as much cash as you can so you have the power to make decisions, to make moves when you can. You may want to figure out for yourself, how to increase the amount of investment capital that you'll have when these prices come down. And that may mean you might want to look at investing in homes and real estate. You might want to look at investing in cars and flipping cars or boats or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's a ton of opportunity coming up when the prices come back down that are going to enable you to make some really great decisions. So decisions that you'll be so thankful that you made when you look back at them a few years later. And you know, including and especially the crypto market. I don't think, like, politically and financially is like the best commercials right now. The real life is the best commercials right now for crypto, in my opinion. So yeah, man, it's about 2 cents. If you got any questions, got any comments, go ahead and hit the comment section. You know, you can subscribe if you want to, but you don't got to. And love you. Be safe. Peace.